The whole
I
thing.
heard that. I heard that mouse click.
Yeah, my mouse is right next to my microphone.
Yesterday, I was streaming Legends of Runeterra, which is like the League card game, right?
You must have started streaming right after I went to bed.
I started streaming it at like 10.
Huh. I didn't notice at all.
Well, I mean, 10 my time is like 1 your time. I think. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
Great, Swirl doesn't know how to tell time. Also, hi everybody, welcome to fucking Outer Wilds. I don't have, like, an intro or anything. You idiots just idiots? That was mean. Fools. Goons. I choose to be here.
I joined a call with once where Cactus and Zai were playing Sky, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, it felt emotionally right to say "sup fuckers," but I don't know. That felt more like Cactus's thing.
Okay, cool. That was weird.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, gamers. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna start.
What is it that I said something and Zai kind of latched onto it, and I don't know what it was. It was like.
Alright,
Oh,
time
God.
to check the fucking log.
I can't remember.
Oh god, it's gotta update on all the shit I did last time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, so there's a lot of question marks.
What's nice about the ship log is you can just, if you get stuck with one area, you can just go to another area.
I think I have to go back to the Twin Planets. I didn't do a whole lot there.
Pretty much all the planets have a lot to do on them.
Something seemed below the water current, which is perfectly thought to be impossible. Felspar found a way. Felspar? Where the hell was Felspar?
Feldspar was in the, Feldspar was in,
Oh, is he in the collapsing place?
Yeah.
We're going there first.
Do you remember which portals to go into?
No! No, he's in Bramble?
He's in Bramble, yeah. Sorry, no, I think when you said when you said collapsing, I think you meant Brittle Hollow. My brain thought like space-time continuum collapsing, which is, yeah, that's Dark Bramble.
Well, I guess I could use this.
That's true.
Hey,
That's true.
remember the fucking goddamn fish? They're back!
My god.
Hey, autopilot, what are you doing?
Taking you into the sun.
Well, I'm trying to get it to, like, line me with Dark Bramble.
But it is taking you into the sun. It does that.
You say that. Also, where's that giant eye from the DLC?
What giant eye specifically?
The one that was giving out the sequence that they had visions of.
Well, the Nomai were talking about that too, so maybe you'll figure that out when you do their stuff.
Have we ever thought of just, like, leaving the planet, or the continent? Wherever we are?
The solar system?
Yeah.
Do you know how far a supernova goes?
We could still leave.
Right, but the speed at which it travels.
Might actually end.
I'm pretty sure, realistically, if the sun went supernova, like, right now, we would die to it before we would see a change in the light, because the actual movement of it would be faster than light.
You have a point. Yes,
I had a rough time sleeping last night, and I remembered some stuff from like years back. Cause I'm like, you know those like kind of questions that you see a lot on like the writing side of the internet that make you look like a serial killer if you try to explain them to somebody?
Sure. Let's say I do.
I went down a rabbit hole and I went down a rabbit hole and I got the answers I was looking for. But I don't know what to do with this information. And it's not like information I can readily say on stream because, like...
How to cook and
You know.
prepare human beings.
What?
Cannibalism.
It's not like information I can readily say on stream. Just because, you know, stuff. And things. Right?
So we all know you're a vampire.
This has nothing to do with vampires.
I highly doubt that.
Do you
What?
want to hear what? Do you want to hear what it was?
Nah, if you don't want to say it, you don't want to say it.
I mean, I could say it. It's just I don't want to like. I don't want to say anything that's like.
Oh my
You know-
god, what am I doing?
It was a science-y question. And the problem with science-y questions is that this one in particular is the kind of science-y question that somebody could do very bad things with that information.
Okay, so I think I can make this jump. No! No, 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 no! Oh, let me look at that park. Oh, that parking job! Look at it! Glorious.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Sure?
I mean, I can talk about it if you want to.
Nah, nah. Oh my god! Get me back to Felsport! I gotta talk to him about shit! Hey, buddy. Whoa! What do you mean? Didn't I meet you earlier? Oh, wait.
Right, but he's not, or they, you know, Feldspar does just not have the memory retention.
I like to think they all do, they're just lying to you.
Oh, and make sure you make sure you check it with your you pull out your signal scope.
I
so
did,
you
I
can
just
mark
did
this
that.
as Feldspar. Okay.
Giant steep core, huh? Well, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I'm assuming you haven't made it down there yourself. Alright, I'll tell you. It kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, yeah, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into, yep. I'd take a long walk to see where it ends. What?
Mm-hmm. It is also something you could figure out if you're like super perceptive, but I don't know. The stuff it
I
requires.
should probably grab my ship.
Probably.
Wait, how does this get me to the Feldspar? If you're lying to me just to steal my stuff, I'm gonna kill you. By the way, everyone thinks you're dead, so, don't be surprised if your wife remarried. What a lame joke.
The concept of Feldspar having a wife absolutely tickles me.
What a lame joke to end that on.
What,
Fel-
everyone thinks you're dead? Don't be surprised if your wife remarried.
The last thing I hear from Feldspar is, I'm not even married. And then this idiot's trying to, like, fucking... Okay. So the tail... Yes, I know everything's damaged. I could give less of a shit right now. So do I have to go into the big glowing blue light?
Feldspar, I believe the glowy light is the electricity from the ship.
So do I have to get in there? Wait, no, hold on. I can come back, that's fine. What if I go in here? What's in here? What's the flashlight button? There we go. Oh, you piece of... I hate your ship, Feldspar. I hope it dies.
Jesus.
That's right, I'm declaring war on Feldspar.
I know you mean the character, but it would be so funnier if you meant, like, the mineral.
Okay, I can't even, like, get through here, okay? We're going up, we're going by foot.
Feldspar, the mineral, is now off limits.
We're going on foot. Where am I? Where'd I go? Where am I? This doesn't look like Dark Bramble. I found a cassette tape and a giant squid. Trip 4, entry number. I'm gonna say number 1. Not 1. Crashes 3. Boarding crashes 0. Hey, someone else is parking like I do. What a useful back then. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here. This thing tastes terrible. Oh, I am at a... Oh, a flask. What? What happened here? No, do not fall off of this. This is the most progress I've made. Do I have to go, like, down in here? Note to Feldspar, please do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad to the last thing you ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Insulation from electricity. Alright, Swirl, I have a theory.
Oh, okay, go on, Monsieur MatPat.
Do I have to get, like, shocked by a jellyfish to move through the currents?
No.
Damn.
I'm telling you that now because your ability to get to the jellyfish is limited. Because most of them are below the current. And, you know, for the sake of time.
So, okay, all I learned from this is that they conduct electricity. Or insulate it. Feldspar, that didn't teach me fucking anything. Where am I? Can I take that axe? Also, I'm pretty sure I don't have my ship, so that's cool. No, like, seriously, where am I? Okay, I have to get back to any semblance of oxygen. Hey, Feldspar, guess what? I'm never coming to visit you again. I hate Dark Brambles. It's like my 3rd or 4th least favorite place in this place. Where's my oh, I should run into it eventually. Hey, can I go into the other ship? Hold on. No, looks like I can't. Lame. Woo! I didn't die! Why are the lights out? What happened to my precious ship? What do you mean oxygen Shh, come on. Stop doing that! Oh my lord.
So currently I'm making like Lethal Company cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing that I'm doing right now, I'm pretty stoked for it. But you know, I have like a mental queue of like the order I'm doing these in.
Yeah.
You know. And that queue is arbitrary, but mostly like which one feels better at the time.
Makes sense.
And I'm currently working on the stuff for David.
Well, I died, so... Alright, we learned...
Did you learn anything from that?
Jellyfish are good insulators, and we should not eat them.
Cool. Glad we're on the
does-
same page.
How does that help me in Giant's Deep? Who fucking knows? Hey, Slate, did you know that giant jellyfish are insulators of electricity and also taste bad? I'll be back with more fish facts later.
Hey Slade, did you know that jellyfish? And then you leave.
Hey, Slate, Feldspar says it's okay if you marry his wife. He totally said that.
I don't think Feldspar said that.
Oh, that's all I learned was the frozen jellyfish. Documented the attempts to eat an enormous jellyfish frozen in ice. The outside were all rubbery and tough, possibly because it was insulated from the insides. To see if they taste better on the inside. It says the inside concludes that they're only useful. That didn't tell me fucking anything!
So the issue on maybe you should go to Giant's Deep.
To the deep.
The Giant's Deep.
To hell!
To hell.
Yeah, to hell. I'm pretty sure when I die, I'm gonna see those fucking space fish again. Is that Giant's Deep? No, that's the blue planet. No, wait. No, what the hell is that? Oh, is that just the moon? Is this a ball of ice?
That's QM.
Oh, this is QM?
Yep.
I just went through it. What happened?
I know you know what QM stands for. I think your brain just has not, like, put the acronym together.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Cool.
Where the fuck? Wait, I can do this the stupid way. Suck a dick. That's right, I remembered how the map worked. Yeah, okay, so, like, I know there was an eyeball in the middle of the universe, but, like, the sun exploding never came up in the visions of the people.
That is correct.
I wonder what that's all about. Alright, my working theory is that they're trying to blow up all these planets to make a new space highway.
God damn it. You can't hard pivot to Hitchhiker's Guide. I'm not letting you do that.
Yes! Yes, I can! We're gonna meet the creature that was only exclusively killed by Arthur Dent. I love that bit so much. It's my or the guy who lives outside of the universe.
So, you know that one drink in the fucking the Gargle Blast or whatever it's called? You know the full
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's listed as on the drink menu in some of CoffeeZilla's videos.
Really?
Yeah, if you look in the background, it's like, well, it's so long, it's got like an acronym, but that's what it is.
Weird. I gotta notice that because I sometimes watch his stuff.
I know it's specifically in his videos about Logan Paul. I don't know how much he uses that CGI set for the rest of them. But like, you know, the scene where he's with the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never know what's up with the robot, why he's there.
So this is one of those things where the way to get down there, you can figure out here.
What, on this island?
Yeah. Well, not like, I mean, this planet. But I will say, it is not something that I could have, like, personally figured out myself.
Yeah, that's what got me kind of worried.
Well, I'm also not super big brain with puzzles.
You've been watching me play this for how many streams? You've seen what my brain is like.
That's the thing though, but like the stuff on Tower of Quantum Knowledge on this planet, you figured that out faster than I did originally.
I feel like I'm missing like a minor thing. Can I talk to what's his face again? Does he have any new hints for me now that I know? Hey, Dragon. I learned about
Hi,
jellyfish.
Dragon.
That's all you
Oh,
missed.
Dragon, I wanted to tell you something that I didn't want to like get into last stream. So, with last stream, when you had we had brought up like when were talking about the lanterns, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they really need to carry it. I completely forgot that walking away from, like, putting them on the ground and walking away from them was part of the mechanic, and I completely forgot how you were supposed to do that. So I did not mean to cause you stress by making it seem like I was trying to spoil things. I completely forgot.
Lucky for you, I learned it on my own.
My knowledge of the Echoes of the Eye stuff is not great.
I think all I learned is that there's an eyeball. And then my buddy the prisoner kind of just left.
It's not like the Eye of Cthulhu, it's like... You know what I mean. But I feel like that's been established.
Let's ask about all this stuff.
The eye part of it is more of a metaphor.
I'm literally just gonna keep asking him until, like, I get the ship log updated.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a waste of time. Never mind, we're gonna see what's up here. Hey, you know brute forcing things is half of my problem. The solution? Oh, it's just his fire. Wait, I couldn't even ask him about fucking the jellyfish.
I need to put some I need to manually do seams on this, don't I? Is it gonna matter? It's going into Lethal Company. It's gonna get pixelated anyway.
True. Yeah, I'm surprised I couldn't ask him about jellyfish. I'm not going back to Feldspar. He can go rot in that place for all I care.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, he chose to live in the fucking the land of the fish people. Yeah, I can see the jellyfish.
The land of the fish people and the home of the brave.
there's one over there. Jellyfish, come on, I want to play. I know I'm wrong, but I still want to. I still want to fuck with one of you. Wait a minute, is the jellyfish like feeding on the electricity down there? Why did I think that would work? Wait, I have a plan.
With the scout?
Yeah, I have a plan. Yeah. No. Shoot it at the jellyfish! Yeah, are they like feeding on the electricity down there? What's going on? Come on, get a little closer. I want to see if you kill me. Wait a minute, what if I don't look at it? Alright, so I officially have no idea what I'm doing.
You think these are quantum jellyfish rows?
No, the fucking orb is quantum. You go into it backwards.
But when you stop looking at it, it stops existing. That's how quantum works.
Alright, well... You have a point. How good was my park job? No, that was competent! This game has become less about me trying to find the secrets and more of me trying to park really dumb.
Yeah.
Parking Simulator, Game of the Year.
It's time for me to open up Substance Painter.
Are you having fun over there?
Well, it's Substance Painter time, which means this is either going to be the worst or the best part of this.
That's what I say every time I go to work. This is either going to be the worst or best day.
Honestly, after yesterday, I think pretty much anything is a better day.
Yeah, yesterday for me wasn't that bad. Not to brag.
Not to brag about the kick-ass day you had.
Well, I wouldn't say it was kick-ass. I just did not have a shitty day. Okay, so I found a flaw with my parking job.
Do tell.
I don't know if I... Oh, okay. No, I can't get up there. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so, like, a 1K texture should be fine for a legal company, right?
Probably. Okay, so we know that the jellyfish has to do with... Has to be important. That has to be part of it. There's no way Feldspar would send me to look at a giant jellyfish for no reason. Unless he's a jerk like that. Also, I forgot all the aliens are gender neutral, so I apologize for keep calling Feldspar a he.
All of the aliens are both at the same time.
You know, the cycle's about to end. I'm happy with this parking job.
That's honestly an impressive parking job.
I think I already did the workshop.
Are Skyrim's native textures 1K?
Probably. Oh, there goes my ship. Bye.
Hold on.
Does that have something... Wait, hold on.
Okay, no. Skyrim textures are 2K.
Me back in time. Alright. Oh, they're discussing time travel theory, basically. I think practically if we're gonna get time travel, it's probably gonna be something like this, where the memories just go back in time. Like, sending a whole person
Like-
sounds expensive.
Oh, you're saying real life? Like,
Yes.
I think realistically the closest thing we'd have, okay, like, you know, the deal with, like, the argument about why teleportation would be a bad situation, which is, like, the ability to teleport someone realistically would be like it saves a scan of your your entire body down to the atomic level and then like 3D prints it at a separate location spontaneously, but that would kill you, like the original.
Yeah.
So then like the you that teleported is not the same you that was like conscious there.
Yeah, you're
It's
basically
just, like,
cloning a new person.
it's like a clone with a continuation of your memories, but the original dies.
But then are you the original?
Well, I don't know, or else have I been teleported?
The no cloning theory. I do not know that one.
Never heard anyone say that. No.
I don't know, Swirl. Have you ever been teleported?
Why would you ask me that?
I don't know. Vampires.
What makes you think I would have been teleported?
Vampires
Ever.
have a lot of time on their hands.
Uh-huh, vampires have a lot of time on their hands, my ass. Alright, look, listen here.
Vampires can teleport in some media.
I don't...
It's always a vampire joke. It's always a vampire joke, Swirl.
Vampires having magic pisses me off, but I like it in some contexts. Just
What?
call it magic.
Quantum information
If
actually
it's-
can't be duplicated at all. Interesting.
We're talking about, like, real-world quantum theory, right? Not, like, Outer Wilds quantum theory.
God, I hope so, because I don't know either.
I'm a little concerned.
Alright, I have a theory. And that theory is I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
Also, half my ship is just broken. So... I need to land this sucker.
Interesting. Okay, what the hell am I gotta put a base texture, and then I gotta put stuff on top of it. Alright, wait.
Alright, here's what I learned. Nothing. Also, help.
Can I take a mulligan? Maybe give Giant Steep another pass over.
No, I, like, physically can't do shit with the ship.
Oh,
That's
you mean,
the-
like, it's just broken?
Yeah, it's just so busted.
You could get a Nomai ship.
Where?
Oh god, they're on, what is it on?
I couldn't steal one of the UFOs from the DLC, could I?
I think it's on, like, Ember Twin or something, or Ash Twin. There's a Nomai ship there. Unless my brain is misremembering and I am blatantly lying to you.
I can't believe Swirl would blatantly lie to me.
I have recently been, like, going back through things I have said, like, on, like, the really early streams, and I've just been like, where did I even get that information from?
Yeah, back when Swirl insisted she wasn't a vampire.
No, the problem with that, normally I don't, normally that kind of, like, you know, me just, like, completely, me not understanding whatever the hell kind of information I was trying to pull from somewhere was, like, normally the problem is, like, when I'm talking about, like, a real person, or or like an actual like thing that
Whatever, no
you know
gravity.
has consequences. Like I'm fine. Like I can clarify if I've said something kooky like I can clarify if I've said something kooky and wish to unkook it. But
Uncook it.
the problem is when that information involves real people.
Real people don't exist.
I think the only like person I've commonly talked about on these streams has been Neil Lubon, and that's because I was looking back and I was like, I did say something that was just completely, I have no idea where I got that information from.
Oh, I'm back on the tower. Look at the top.
And like, I don't think
I solved the tower, didn't I? Okay.
and I would like to clarify something I have said, but I don't think it was important to anybody, but also like, I would be uncomfortable if somebody like found a clip of me saying something that just about me that just you know what I mean? I would be uncomfortable if somebody said something about me and then I was just like, cool. What? You know?
I officially hate Waterworld, but yeah.
I feel like water. Do you mean this world? Or do you mean Waterworld the movie and you're thinking about it because of this nonsense?
No, I like the movie Waterworld. It's not great, but it's fun. What the hell is that? Did I go here? I don't remember. We're gonna land!
I believe you have been there.
God, who knows? Okay, I'm out of leads. Wait, this has the same ice as the fucking jellyfish. Hold on. Wait, there's a jellyfish over there. Wait, hold on.
So, just to clarify, you have been here. I don't think this area made sense to you at the time, though.
No, don't fucking... No! Game! I didn't walk into that! Game, do not start the loop. I have discovered something.
You discovered something?
Yeah, that I hate jellyfish.
I feel like... Are there people that like jellyfish besides, like, marine biologists?
Yes.
Like, you can't be angry at a jellyfish, because, like, they're not sentient, they don't have brains. I mean, I think you could argue that a lot of things that have brains probably aren't sentient, right? People don't really become self-aware until they're like 5 or 6, right?
This has gotta... Something. Something he...
There's gotta be a certain point.
But what? Oh, I feel like I'm so close. This is what the audio tape where he's like, you just got feldsparred. I found the center. I'm a jerk. I just walked into Ghost Matter. Alright, we're gonna ignore me dying to Ghost Matter.
Yeah, but you just got feldsparred. It was just... I forgot about that. I forgot that was the line of thought.
Okay, I need to find that island again, and we have to explore.
Anyway, I've made like a collection of statements before on across these streams that have just been like blatantly incorrect now that I've thought about them.
I mean,
and
I
don't know where I was getting the
incorrect statements.
And I don't know where I've been getting those information the first time, and it's like, well, I feel like I should correct myself because,
Hey, Slate.
you know, some of that information involves people. You know?
Yeah,
and information about people can have consequences. For those people.
What are the odds that Neil Newbon is gonna watch one of my VODs?
I feel like if you say that, there was a high likelihood of it happening. Just because.
All right, Swirl. Let's say that Mr. Newbon watches one of my streams. What do you think he's gonna notice more? The information you missaid, or the 80,000 times I talked shit about Astarion?
Probably that, but like I could imagine there would probably be like 1 or 2 people who would like. There's probably like at least like 1 or 2 people who have seen these streams and have been like, oh yeah, and then like might send it to him. Like through a clip or something, you know? I would feel bad if someone was giving blatantly incorrect information about me.
Alright, Neil Newbon, if you are watching this, I will fight you in real life. Meet me at the Washington Monument. What?
I don't think you know. Do you know how built he is in real life?
I don't want to fight him because I think I'm gonna win. This is moral.
I don't think he would fight you even if you wanted to, but
I want the moral victory.
I am 100% certain that if you asked him to fight you, he would not.
Ah, the vampire
because
won't.
Because he is a human golden retriever.
Ah, the vampire won't fight me. Typical.
Have you heard him on his streams? The man is a human golden retriever.
That doesn't mean I'm not gonna fight him and win. I don't know what I'm on about. Somebody stop me.
I don't know where your logic is here.
I think it'd be fun to challenge Neil Newbon to a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And ask him if he remembers being in Detroit Become Human.
So that was where I knew him from.
I looked up his resume because I was like, is he in anything I know? And it's like
Resident Evil.
Okay, but is he in any of the good ones?
He's in the new ones.
That doesn't answer my question.
The quality of them is debatable, but he does a damn good job at everything he's in.
If he's not in the original Resident Evil 4 or...
The original Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, we have the remake. That's bad, and I hate it. Except it's actually good, but I hate it for, like, different reasons. It's complicated.
Well, now I'm curious.
Long story short on my disappointment of the remake. They decided to keep the tone in line with how the 2 and 3 remake is, so the game is all really serious. It's like, no, that's not RE4. RE4 is goofy as all hell. It's a silly game where Leon S. Kennedy goes around saying shitty one-liners and weird stuff happens. It is not a game where fucking Salazar should be taken seriously. What is this shit? He's a little goober kid.
I feel like this is something really personal that you want to talk about.
Well, it's like, oh, they kept, like, the bingo line, but where's all the other fun lines? I get the ballista line. I get getting rid of the fucking, Luis's line where he's like, looks like the president, sent his daughter in with some ballistas. Like, I get that. I get removing that line, but where are all the other lines? Where's the, your right hand comes off? Or when fucking the main villain is like, this isn't like one of your American movies. Like, where's all the fun? Where's the dog? Where's the fucking dog? Hey, it's that dog.
Oh, real talk. Do you also hate when you're reading a book or something and they'll say like, this isn't a movie, this is real life?
Yeah. Paying less attention because I'm trying to help.
Please. It's like, please be slightly.
That's fine, Dragon. If you're just using this as background noise.
Learn in C++, hell yeah.
Have fun with C++. It's been a while since I actually learned.
I'm not really big brain enough for C++, but I've been having great success with Godot.
If C++ is a bit much, try C#. That's what I learned first. That is an actual programming language. I'm not making that up.
What, C#?
Yes.
I'm aware.
It's a lot easier. Actually, weirdly enough, when I learned how to do stuff in Unity, that was actually really easy, but that's because there's a million tutorials. Rather do assembly than the easy stuff. Fair! Fair!
Just a heads up, Raz, right?
Yeah.
If you ever decide to do, like, 3D model stuff, your first time texture painting an object will not, under any circumstances, be the final time. Your second time will not be the final time. It'll be like your 7th time, because you'll have some weird-ass technical issue that's gonna take you way too long to resolve, and you're gonna have to repaint the whole thing before you can figure that out.
No, let me get out of here, game.
What the hell textures is this? Wood bark? Okay, that's pretty cool. That actually looks really cool in this.
Because I think I already did what I needed to do here. No, C++ is great, especially when you get everything done. Oh, God. I started learning Java.
Well, Substance Painter, I kind of disagree. I don't think this texture is human skin. I think it's just pink.
But that's what human skin color is. Pink. So my skin color is.
Ah, yes, that logic applies to everybody now.
Yeah, my skin color's hot pink. Don't you understand?
Oh.
My skin color is actually chartreuse.
Could you go on a color wheel real quick? Could you pause the game, Alt-Tab, go out to a color wheel, and point to where chartreuse is for me?
I'd have to figure out how to spell that first.
No! You go to a color wheel, and you point at it. You sent me a screen cap of what you think chartreuse is.
Color wheel. No, how do you spell chart?
No, just type in color wheel.
Fine, I have my color.
You put your mouse on the color wheel where you think chartreuse is.
Swirl, I don't have a fucking idea. I only know that color because my fucking mom used to make, like, always used to mention it as a color whenever she would be listing colors off.
It's a tint of green.
I could be green-skinned.
Although, I will say, chartreuse does sound like it should be brown.
I was gonna guess blue, actually.
Chartreuse sounds blue to you?
Yes, Swirl. You got a problem with that?
No, but...
Guys, I think
No,
Swirl
fine.
has a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it, I'm fine.
Vampire.
In what way was that a vampire thing to say?
Well, I don't know, maybe back in the day chartreuse was a brown, but now that she
Back
changed,
in what day?
I don't know, the mid 800s?
800s!
Back when I don't know,
So-
fucking
800. So you're saying, if in this hypothetical in which I am a vampire, according to you,
hypothetical.
in this hypothetical in which I am a vampire, I have been around for 1200 years?
Swirl, I have like an entire Discord's worth of people, and some of them will agree you're a vampire.
Which people? I know Zaven King will say that for the meme. I know Ackley and Wind will say that for the meme. Do you have anybody else that'll say that?
No, now pay more attention. Glad you got your stuff done. How did that not break the glass?
Shout out to Visual Studio for contributing to all of my modding efforts in every game ever.
Shout out to Visual Studio being actually really easy to use.
It's so nice. I like it. It's great.
Better than this other program I used. The first program I used to like learn how to code C++, it didn't tell you where the errors were.
Oh, that's fun.
It just like listed how many there were and gave like rough estimates on which line they were on.
I mean, even oh god, when I was making mods of Minecraft mods, and that required me to do some fucking Lua. And that was unfun because it did not want to tell me where the syntax error was. It just said it was on the line, but it wasn't actually on the line. It was that I was using like the curly brackets instead of like the rectangular brackets in the wrong order. But it registered as on that line. I hated it.
I was barely touching. God damn it! I died.
Woo.
That's not a woo.
Woo.
To throw an error. I still remember coding a fucking calculator.
Civ games use uncompiled Lua. I did not. Do you mean like the old Civ games or the modern Civ games too? Am I a scrub for considering Civ 5 to be old Civ?
Which Civ are we on?
6.
Yes, that's not old school.
Yeah. Old Civ is like Civ 2 and 3.
Swirl, I still remember playing Warcraft 3 when it came out.
Yeah, see? Couldn't be me.
Man, I got some thoughts about Reforged.
Do tell.
Ah, they fucked it up. They massacred my boy. You can't even buy the original version of that. You have to play their fucking remake. So now the only way I can relive Warcraft 3 is if I fucking figure out how to run it on modern systems. Good luck. Or watch all the cutscenes, which sounds like a fun stream idea, actually. What the hell's that? Oh, it's his ship. Can I get in it? What if I use his ship to lure out the jellyfish?
You snipped out the code that grays out the start can button. Neat.
I would love to learn how to mod.
I've done modding stuff for Abomination. And there's a system where it's like if you're playing on a language version that isn't English, it just if you're playing on a language version that isn't English, you can't set custom names for like your monsters.
Yeah.
Because it's like the way that the game is built in GameMaker, and GameMaker renders every character of a script as an individual sprite instead of like a text input on a keyboard. If that makes sense. It doesn't actually respond to your text input.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean. And so you have to, like, if you're trying to... First of all, I was modding a font into the game so that I could then translate it, because I needed to mod the special characters into it so that the game could recognize it. And then it's like the actual, like, the back shadow on the on the letters isn't an actual back shadow. It's just the same text but slightly offset. It's like grayed out. So, but the stuff for the offset text and the original is the same.
Oh,
like
I'm trying to figure out. Oh,
This
sorry.
the sprite sheet for the offset text, like for the backdrop, and the primary text are separate sprite sheets. So if you're modding in custom font stuff, you have to do that for the other one, and you have to like tile map the pixel. It's annoying.
To answer your question, Dragon, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Feldspar was talking about with the jellyfish. Because that is what we learned what I learned at the beginning of the stream. I assume it has something to do with this island, but I don't know what. Oh, going underneath it was completely useless. Awesome. Can I get out? This game wouldn't be stupid enough to do, like, I have to light the fire and then wait for something to melt, would it?
That's not what you need to do here.
Just asking.
I will tell you that. Although I do say, I do want to say, I mean, the Echoes of the Eye stuff, just like telling you to jump into a fire so that you're dead in the real world, so that you can't wake up in the dream world, like that's I would say that's as like the most far-fetched I remember it getting.
Wait, but that made sense. What are you talking about, Swirl? That made sense.
Well, it did make sense, but it's kind of a lot you have to like. It's kind of a lot you have to like. In terms of like things that like you wouldn't think to do in a video game, right?
Yeah, but there's this...
intentionally dying so that you could like you wouldn't. I don't think you would think. I don't think you would think, ah, yes, what if I kill myself on this thing so that I'm not actually, so that, you know what I mean? It's a level of detail I don't think most people would expect from a video game.
You sure?
In terms of things being asked. I feel like it, but it's more like, I don't know. Most games don't ask you to just walk into fire.
You'd be surprised. I'll say, hey, Glyph.
Well, because it sounds counterintuitive to progression, you know?
Alright, my solutions are explosives. We can just blow it all up.
Uh-huh. You say blow it all up a lot. What exactly are you intending to blow up?
The ice!
With what explosives?
I don't... There's a gas tank right here.
That's fuel.
What do people use for gas? Yeah, I'm
Oxygen?
Yeah, I'm like 200% sure I'm stuck.
Oxygen.
Alright, Feldspar, what did you say?
Did you know that pure oxygen is not good for you?
Yes.
Glad you're aware of that. Because I am sick of seeing that in sci-fi. Whatever the hell is going on in something, you do not hook someone up to a pure oxygen tank. That's not... It's like a composite.
No, 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 no. Come, Gabe, please. Please.
It'll crash back down.
Please, please, please. I have a plan. I don't know what I was doing. I assume I have to get into that ice ship. I need help.
How much oxygen is in those oxygen tanks people use? Like, the actual amount of oxygen, like, in the, like, relative to the size of the tank? Is that what you want?
Is there an opening
Yeah,
up
I do... The percentage? Oh, okay. I don't remember. I know our normal atmosphere is 70% nitrogen.
No, fucking A, I want to be up there. Why can't I even get my ship back? Well, that was a dumb plan.
Compressed oxygen gas is typically 99.5% oxygen for the purposes of oxygen therapy. So it's 100. So this here says 100% oxygen can be tolerated at sea level for 24 to 48 hours without permanent tissue damage. But I don't know. That seems. Yeah. Yeah, to breathe less than 12 hours seems like is like considered a hard limit for some people. To breathe pure oxygen at that level for any longer can have toxic results, including shock lung or adult respiratory distress syndrome.
Well, remember, kids, oxygen sucks.
Well, the reason why oxygen tanks work for divers is because they're under the water and there is more pressure on them, and it is harder to get oxygen into your lungs. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm missing something really simple.
Well, actually, it's higher pressure under the water. Sorry, lower pressure would be higher altitudes. I'm thinking of hikers, people who are going up to like really tall mountains. They do take little oxygen tanks for them to like huff.
Yeah, I watch people climb Everest. Yeah, that's what happens.
Those little pocket ones.
Well, they take up bigger ones than Mount Everest.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that have like the oxygen kind of tanks that you see around for people that just like huff. From what I've seen are mostly like the size of range in size from like an air horn kind of canister to like an aerosol spray. Yeah, no, Dragon, I got that. I got my words mixed up.
Once again, Swirl is spreading false information.
You think someone would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies?
I don't know why Swirl's telling false information about oxygen. Humans need that to make their blood rich.
Again, the same thing I said last time is what I think. Actually, hold on. No. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, God. What did I do?
Okay, so did you ever read the Da Vinci Code?
No.
Okay, so, there's this, I believe it was in the Da Vinci Code, there's like a liquid oxygen thing that was like proposed in that, where it's like air that you can breathe in as a liquid through your lungs. And that is a real thing in real life. It is not good for you. Which is why it is not more prevalent, and it is very uncomfortable because the lungs are not meant to have liquid in them.
But my lungs love to have liquid in them.
Sure. Pneumonia is certainly an experience.
Pneumonia is one hell of a drug.
I mean, it's pneumonia.
Okay, I will take one helpful hint about Giant's Deep, please.
I do have a hint, but I don't know how on the nose it would be. I think Dragon probably has one that's less.
This is a dead end. But the jellyfish. But I get it now. Am I doing the falling animation while I'm swimming? Yes, I am.
The liquid in his lungs started solidifying. Well, that's not great. Who was that guy that it was like a pea got into his lungs, sprouted, had to be surgically removed, and then at the hospital, the first thing they gave him was like mashed peas. And he thought it was really funny.
Yeah, but we went and saw the conversation about the jellyfish, and all he said was they're good insulators of electricity. I didn't really get anything else from that. This conversation does specifically talk about electricity, but keeping in mind other problems for now. Okay, I guess we'll go to the Twin Moons. Where the fuck is my ship?
Is your ship not just like
Oh, it's right there.
Gonzo?
It's there, I think. Alright, maybe parking it in a bunch of trees was a bad move.
You think maybe?
Well, Swirl, I was impressed by my own park job.
No, that's fine.
No, that's someone else's ship, I think. Wait, is that my ship? I think I let it blow up. Oh no.
Well,
Alright, what's the quickest way to die?
press K. No, we gotta stop making that joke. More specifically, I need to stop making that joke. It has never been funny.
Oh, press K. Ha 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 ha.
Press K to meet Jesus early.
Hey guys, I found. Wait, hold on. There, I figured it out. The game still lets me put away my suit even if my ship has exploded, apparently. That works. Alright, we gotta go to the Twin Moons. I feel like there was like a lot of shit I didn't do there because I spent too much time fucking around at other places. That, or I could go back to the place where everything falls into that black hole and fall into that black hole like 6 times. Where should we go, Swirl, as the co-host?
Oh God.
No. I tried to press K. You don't meet God.
Did I say God or did I say Jesus?
Well, to meet God, we have to wait for him to come. And we gotta kill
I think there are
squirrels to do
people
that.
I think there are people that would argue
There's a
that
squirrel-
God is already with us.
It's a
I am
squirrel-
not personally a religious individual.
It was a squirrel stapler joke.
I see.
That's literally like the God is coming is the whole reason it's on 5 days or whatever. Wait, could I land on the sun station? How hard is that?
I mean,
On a scale of like 1 to I'm not doing it, how hard?
I would say it is much more difficult than getting to Feldspar.
Yeah, but I eventually got to Feldspar.
You did eventually get to Feldspar. Just because something... Just because something can work does not mean you should do it.
But
Which is a testament to a lot of things.
I think I read those. Yeah. I have to be nice and comfy with geometry. Well, that's gonna be a problem. I can't remember what I've done. Yeah, I don't know what those are, so we're not landing onto the sun. my little guy, you have to be able to, like, withstand fighting a cactus. Like, me and you, we're gonna be fighting a lot of them. God, I hate caves.
Have you considered the caves hate you too?
Well, I know they do. Also, what are you, my fucking mom? She makes that same joke.
These people where it's like, people on Twitter is like, I hate Katy Perry. Just because she's mean to you doesn't mean you have to be mean to her.
Yeah, it does. I just challenged Neil Newborn to a fight.
You would lose that.
You say that, but I win. The thing is, I will actually show up for the fight, therefore I win. Neil will be at home with his millions of dollars, and I will have a win over him in a fight.
It just...
I claim the moral victory, Swirl.
The moral I think he would get the moral victory for choosing not to fight you.
That's just a lame way to get the moral victory.
I don't think you know what moral victory means.
Well, at some point I don't care because I have a win over Neil Newborn. I beat Astarion in real life, which sounds like the name of a really shitty YouTube video. I fought Astarion in real life.
If it's a moral victory, he has to lose something by not fighting. I think he would only lose, like, morally by fighting. I think generally if you challenge someone to a fight, the person who is more likely to win in a physical contest is the...
Well,
the
no,
person
like,
who is
wait,
more likely
hold
to
on.
win.
Hold on, we don't know he'll win. We haven't fought yet. You don't know what I look like. I could have, like, huge muscles.
I don't, but I don't think you do.
I could be jacked. I could be at the gym, like, learning how to box.
I don't know what you look like, no. But I do know what he looks like. Because he streams in a tank top, like, half the time.
Yeah. I have the advantage.
The advantage is that, like, people know that he's built.
Yeah, people know what he looks like, they don't know what I look like.
I mean... What are you going for? Surprise factor? I think by the time you see someone in person, the surprise factor for, oh god, they're actually a lot more built than I thought, is, like, kind of, like, that doesn't actually, I don't think, help you win in a fight against them.
This is the fight to start, but yeah. I'm gonna go run and kick him in the back of the head before the bell even rings.
Is it a boxing match?
I don't know. Street rules.
I don't think street rules have bell.
Alright. I need to compile this tweet perfectly. Dear at Neil Newborn. No, wait, what is it? Yeah, at Neil Newborn on Twitter. I would like to fight you. Reasons I don't know, but I think it would be fun.
It's like a matter of pride.
My friend won't shut up about Astarion. The only way I can get her to shut up is if I fight you to the death.
Death.
Okay,
why is it to the death now?
So that Astarion can't show up in the Baldur's Gate 3 DLC. Just to beat the mysterious contest. I just like Dragon just going, what was this about a moral victory?
The moral victory, I think, is knowing that you would probably win and then choosing not to fight.
moral victory would actually be to not fight at all.
It would. And that's why I think he would win the moral victory.
Yeah, but I also I have a win against him in the books.
Elaborate.
Like, when people of the future are like, hey, what happened? I'm gonna be like, well, I beat Neil Newbon in a fight. He was too much of a coward. That gives me credit. That gives me street cred.
I think calling someone a coward for not being willing to fight you does not look good on any.
Nah, man. You don't understand. You don't understand the rules. Be an exhibition match, so the books aren't much. No, this is not an exhibition match. This is 1v1. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Cage rules.
Uh-huh.
When I fight Neil Newbon.
I don't think that's worth it.
This thing that's totally gonna happen. Who the fuck are— oh, hi, Chart. Hey, do you have any, like, tips for me on this planet?
If this somehow, like, got to his fandom...
Could you imagine, like, I wake up tomorrow and, like, there's comments on my fucking VOD's channel that's like, I heard you talking shit where's the VOD where you talk shit about, Astarion?
Which VOD?
Good question. Imagine tomorrow Astarion is following your twin. If I woke up tomorrow and the first thing I see is Neil Newbon is following me, I think I'm gonna, like, be very confused and then brag about it.
I think that would be a brag, yeah.
Swirl would get a message and she'd be very lost.
I think if someone like Toby Fox followed me on anything, I would be really self-conscious about all of my posts for the end of time. You know?
I found the underground city, but, like, I don't know what else is on here.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I barely post on Twitter anyway, so it'd just be kind of funny.
I don't have a Twitter.
Hey, Neil Newbon, do you want to see the occasional tweet where I talk about Kamen Rider? You wanna learn about the current seasons of Kamen? You wanna learn about Gotchard and how it's kind of subpar?
I do think he would be a fun person to play D&D with. He does stream Lethal Company sometimes.
Is he more or less competent at it than us?
I haven't seen much of it to gauge his competency, but I think his mentality is more memes.
Cause we're like one really, like, we're the crew that definitely will work together until Serpentine starts throwing around some bits.
Oh, yeah, about that.
What?
Tell you off stream. There is a possibility things could get worse.
We should see Clayton play D&D. Yeah, I'll run it.
Please.
Wait,
I would like to play D&D.
Why me specific, Glyph? Do I play weird? Or is it the fact I've only played shitpost characters? Okay, I don't know what I was doing here. Let's go to the sand place. Where's my ship? I get so, like, into just, like, wandering around, I forget this game has a plot sometimes.
Sorry, when you guys were when you would chat, we're talking about
What, fighting Neil Newbon?
Yeah, I was cry laughing.
She was texting all her friends, being like, you hear what fucking Rousdower said? I'm gonna get a very angry message from somebody, probably Cactus. just gonna get a message that says, "Heard you were talking shit," and I'll be
Cactus would DM you this?
like, I don't know. I feel like if I ever got a message from Cactus, that would be what it said, and I'd be like, okay, what did I do now?
What was the first thing Cactus ever said to me? I'm curious.
You want me to play Pathfinder? Do I get to be my dwarf character who was an OSHA, who was there to OSHA certify all the adventures?
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to see what the oldest message Cactus ever sent me was.
I see. I forget that you can play as the origin characters.
They have, like, custom stories.
Yeah, but I don't care. They're not the custom story of me.
Even though the canon ending is, like, Dark Urge. Also, this was the first thing that Cactus ever sent me. Guy he quoted about not liking his significant other convinced him to try playing as him. I mean, I think everybody thinks a character is boring until they play as them, if they weren't, like, into them already. Right?
See, I
Like,
can't find Astarion boring because somebody has pumped me full of goddamn Astarion lore. I know more about Astarion than the characters I actually like.
Yeah, because you didn't go for any of the romance paths.
It's not my fault I was too busy killing goblins.
It's not my fault Shadowheart comes on really strong.
She kinda doesn't.
If you choose to sit with her at the party, she was like, I thought you were gonna kiss me. Did you still want to?
Yeah, I got that scene. That was kind of adorable. I liked it. No, the worst scene I think is when I told Shadowheart and I got to the end, and then Kalik was like, ah, well, you picked Shadowheart, huh? And I was like, I feel so fucking bad.
Some of them have, like, there are lines if you pick one and then you change your mind. I know there was a portion of the Astarion fandom who likes to break hearts because they want to hear him be persuasive.
How can he be persuasive when he's on the bench?
This has nothing to do with the bench. Yeah, go on. Oh, What is there to go on about? It's flirting, but more.
But more? Can't flirt when you're on the bench. That's all I got. That's a...
It's like your one joke about Astarion.
Did that do anything? No. Cool.
You know, I don't have to get this texture exactly right, because, like, it's gonna be Lethal Company, and the texture's gonna be, like, heavily filtered, but I'm gonna know if I mess it up.
Oh yeah, did you guys ever figure out what's wrong, like, what caused the mod pack to kill 3 computers?
Yeah! We don't know!
As it killed mine, yours, and I think Zai's.
Yeah, that was... Oh, it also killed Specs.
Oh, it killed Spectres too?
Yeah.
That's what happened. What's the crouch button?
Why would you crouch in this game?
To go under things.
Rouse, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
When was the last time you jumped in real life?
Why do you ask? Let's start there.
Because I feel like you would complain about not being able to jump in a video game, and like, yeah, it is fun to just jump while you're running around. But when was the last time you jumped in real life? Because I genuinely can't remember. I actually think it might have been, like, hurdles in high school.
jump down my stairs sometimes.
Like for fun?
Sometimes, yeah. I don't know, I'm not conscious about when I jump. Like, I'm not keeping track of it.
Alright, that's fair.
I feel like there's something to do once all the stuff is gone. There's something to do with this. Ow. So yeah, everyone, you should bench Astarion. Worst character in the game.
I know so many people who would disagree with you.
Neil Newbon doesn't count. Bias. He's biased.
He's biased because... Yeah, I'm sure he is biased.
I don't know much about Shadowheart's voice actress, but I bet she would admit that you shouldn't take Shadowheart.
I saw, okay, their video of them doing like the live game that they did with the High Rollers team.
Hey, Luna.
Hi, Luna. We're talking about Astarion.
Oh god, yeah, we still are. No, we're
So
talking about how I'm gonna beat Neil Newbon in a fight. Champion of the world.
That sounds like a threat. I would like to make it very clear that that is not a threat.
Me and Neil Newbon in a steel cage this Saturday night. One night only. His Best Voice Actor of the Year award on the line. I'm gonna win it from him.
He got Best Voice Actor like 3 times.
I'm gonna win all of them.
What, you beat someone in a fight and then you get their awards?
Yes.
Is it like Starships in Battle City?
Yes. Wait, even better, I challenged Neil Newbon to a duel. A shadow game, if you will.
Okay, here's the thing, Rose. I am like 100% confident he knows how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Damn, there goes my plan to bluff. What was I doing? I feel like
Play a rule set he's less familiar with.
I'll just.
You guys know Astarion is a card in Magic the Gathering?
Oh my god.
I'm serious because it's a Wizards of the Coast property. They came out with like promotional sets when the game went out into like early access. And some of those sets are pretty interesting because they show things that don't quite work in the canon.
Pressing your face into various walls and rocks. Dragon, sometimes I lose the fucking, like, forest for the trees on what the hell I'm doing.
Astarion and Angel Dust are the same character in different fonts. That is the worst take I slightly agree with.
I would like to argue they're not.
Well,
That they are actually very different characters.
they are. I understand where you're coming from.
For starters, hottest take of probably this entire stream, I actually like Astarion. Angel Dust I'm more iffy on.
I feel like he had more potential in the pilot, and then
that's...
and then they didn't stick the dismount.
Yeah, that's kind of the short of it. I actually remember liking him in the pilot. In the actual show, he has.
Like, I'm not gonna say I agree with you, Luna, but I understand the conceptual similarities.
Yeah, they're both spiders.
No, that's not it. You can keep trying, though.
Well, my next guess is that they both suck dick. And Astarion has white hair, right?
He does. but it's not clear if he was born like that, or it's because of the vampire nonsense, or if it's a stress thing.
Yeah, it's a little column A, a little column B, bit of column C.
Have you seen, like, the group of people insisting that Astarion is a moon elf?
Yeah, those people are definitely wrong.
If Astarion was a moon elf, I don't think Shadowheart would make comments about him being pale.
Wait, Shadowheart has lines calling someone else pale? Her? Really?
She has lines where, like, at the one where he, like, reveals it to everybody, and he's like, oh, I was expecting people to come up with torches and pitchforks, and then he, you know, Shadowheart and, like, a few of the gang walk up. There's a composition of the group where Shadowheart's like, oh, a vampire, that explains the pallor. Like, alright, buddy. Alright, buddy, don't pretend. Don't pretend like you...
I was about to say, Shadowheart is pale as all hell.
Yeah, Luna's got a good point, but... do you know, what was I talking? Nope,
Man,
I can't remember. Sorry, the thought's gone. Lost to the void.
Oh, I thought they were on my ship. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a white-haired fucking character who is more of an anti-hero slash anti-villain that is highly popular, I'd have $7 billion. Thank you, Accelerator, you piece of shit!
It's really interesting. I feel like when you think about the Baldur's Gate campaign is like in the terms of like an actual D&D game and be like, yeah, these you might, because like the narrator is like taking the role of a DM, right? When you think about like what kind of people are playing these characters in the hypothetical real life scenario that this game is a simulation of.
Oh, I could guess that easily.
I would assume, like, I mean, all the characters in that game go through some pretty heavy stuff. I would imagine it's all pretty personal to whatever the hell they're dealing with. At least somewhat.
Here's what they are as players. Astarion is the feeder kid that's more into the roleplay than the actual character. Shadowheart got dragged into this somehow.
I disagree that he would be, he or she, they, whoever, would be more into the roleplay than the character.
What, for Astarion?
Yes. I disagree.
Shadowheart's kinda just there. I don't know, a lot of her characterization...
That's pretty accurate. Shadowheart and Will are kinda just there.
Well, no, like, Shadowheart's characterization, especially in the game, feels a lot less like... Oh, I did not mean to shoot that off.
Well, here's my qualm with Astarion is he's like the one character who isn't directly tied to the main plot and is there for like circumstance. I think like there might have been like in like some pre-alpha, which makes me wonder if like in some pre-alpha state there was maybe he was like, maybe you would run into him in Act 3 and he wasn't supposed to be like one of the tadpole gang, right? What if the group was like hanging out at a tavern and he was like a side character you could interact with that ended up being like an entire NPC, like the whole thing with Minsk and Jaheira? Do you know what I mean? And then they were like got really attached to him and moved him to like the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what
sorry.
I feel like.
That's what
I feel like happened, even though logistically that doesn't make sense because we know that the when the voice acting stuff was called, that like they were auditioning for all the companions like at the same time, and they didn't like retroactively go back and change them, to my knowledge. I do know that Neil Newbon did audition for every role on that sheet.
What the hell is this?
Now I'm curious what the other takes were.
Yeah, that's always the problem you get when writing a villain character, Luna, is like, if people like them, people are like, ah, you agree with them being evil. Or if you're someone who, I don't know, likes N, then I just think you have shit taste.
You're killing me, Rouse.
You know I'm kidding.
You wouldn't like my taste regardless. And I.
Wow.
If Rouse didn't like my taste in media, he would not be playing Outer Wilds right now.
I was about to say, Swirl, you being like, man, Rouse really hates my taste in media. How many games are on my wish list because of you?
Yeah,
If I launch this into the sun, what happens?
It's pretty funny. Okay, I need to just- I still have not put down a goddamn base coat for those. I need to do that. Just give me a solid color. Just give me a solid color. I was really hoping there was something that had, like, the specific kind of thing I'm going for, but... I don't think so.
I have a really stupid idea.
What is your stupid idea?
You'll see. Oh, come on! I can't... Trying to drop something out of orbit by throwing it straight down. Well, this ship's gotta be important, but I want to shoot myself into the sun. What do I... Go! No, god damn it.
Skimbird keeps, like, sending me images of, like, characters she finds that have, like the, that have, like, a similar energy and aesthetic to Astarion. And, like, I appreciate it, but also... It's a layered thing. You know?
Okay, I think I figured it out. Alright. We're going into the sun. Come on. Come on.
Okay, no, okay, so...
Come on.
I think...
Into the sun. Let's go. Let's go. No! What are you
you're
doing?
trying to get it... Ah, I see. You're trying to get it to hook onto the substation, right? Because it targets the nearest astral body. Alright.
Oh! Is that how I get to the sun station?
I don't remember if that's the intended way, but the device will like lock on to the nearest astral body that's like in like that it's facing, if I remember correctly. There's a guide on how to use it properly. It's not that difficult.
Again.
And that's-
No! Slate? Slate!
I think you should be able to like just straight up despicable characters without being considered like supportive of their ideals. You know?
The problem that sometimes stems from that is if a character is attached to a real world or a real world equivalent ideology.
Yeah.
So, like...
If a character is like a parody of like,
So,
you know,
we were
something that happened
yeah,
in real life.
Luna
or some
mentioned Valentino,
ideology.
and I'll say that's a perfect example. And this is going to be a weird comparison, but there is a difference on how how Valentino is villainously portrayed versus, I'm just going to use a random example, Darth Vader.
Okay.
Darth Vader people like him because he's a fucking space dude who slashes people's throats and has wizard magic.
He's pretty cool, just
Yeah.
by that alone, yeah.
But-
I don't care about Darth
well-
Vader from like a backstory standpoint.
But Darth Vader isn't like, I guess you could technically say he's like part of a fascist regime, but like that's not what people know him for. Valentino as a villain, on the other hand, is like very clearly written from a place of probably personal place.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, saying, man, I do like this villain is a little hard because, like, there are real-world analogs.
And there are people...
Yeah.
And there are people that in the real world that have, like, you know... There are people that... There are people like Valentino in the real world because of the nature of, like, his whole...
Yeah. You're never...
thing.
You're never gonna meet Darth Vader, even though that would be sick.
Yeah, you're not... There are no telekinetic, space cyborgs. But, you know...
You can, however, join a real-life resistance movement.
It's called the Union.
It's called the Beat Up Neil Newbon Society.
No!
For every $1 spent on my channel, I will throw one punch against Neil Newbon.
I don't think you want to do that.
I would like to make this painfully clear if somebody who has not been watching this stream for the past 20 minutes.
And someone just clicks on this and they're like...
I do not want to actually fight Neil Newbon. It's just a fucking bit. I want to make that painfully clear.
Yeah, I don't think anyone ever thought that was serious, but just for the record. When people are trying to start things on the internet, they clip without context. You know?
Yeah. Please remember that everything I say is a joke. Unless it's about Swirl being a vampire, in which case you should be taking that 100% seriously.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Because Swirl is a vampire and has feasted on the blood of peasants before.
It's so mean.
I know, Swirl. Why would you kill all those peasants?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I love it here.
Literally, I know this is the same bit you're gonna keep doing, but if you keep doing the same bit, I'm gonna have the same answer.
What happened? I crashed into the other moon, didn't I?
Yeah.
That sure was a death.
What I'm saying is, actually, I don't know what I was saying.
Are you a vampire,
Are you a vampire, Luna? I don't know.
I think the only evidence I have...
You tell me that.
You tend to appear on my streams very late at night, so maybe. The only reason I know Swirl is because, like, weirdly enough, I keep seeing news stories about Romanian peasants going missing.
Alright. What is Romania's economy like?
I don't know, but how I talk about it is not modern-day Romania.
It's not. I know it's not.
I'm gonna be real here. If you think I know anything about modern-day Romania, no. I don't even think Dracula takes place in Romania.
Technically? Okay, so... fun fact for you?
Doesn't the book mostly take place in London?
Fun fact for you, Rose. The time period in which Dracula takes place is the same time frame in which there were, illicit substances in Coca-Cola.
Ah, yes, my childhood.
You grew up in the 1800s?
Yeah, figure that one out, chat, even though I think some of you know how old I am. Romania is a country overrun by vampires.
I don't think that's the case.
I apologize to all Romanians. Everyone knows I'm 19. Yeah, sure.
To clear up any confusion, it's called Romania because there were once Romans there.
Yeah, fun fact.
That is true.
You know, it's really weird that Glyph says I'm 19, because most people guess that I'm like 20, 23.
Yeah, that was my initial thought.
Not a lot of people think I'm as old as I am, because I do not act as old as people think I should act, because I should be boring, I guess.
You remind me of my my DM. And that is a compliment. I want to make that clear.
Is this the DM you ate? Vampire? J'accuse?
No.
Alright, Swirl. We were talking about D&D earlier, and I will play D&D. Under one condition. Two conditions.
Uh-huh.
One,
No vampires, right, got it.
I get to run Curse of Strahd. And two, you're not allowed to seduce Strahd.
The whole point of Curse of Strahd is that it's an abusive deal.
Alright, maybe this will work.
That's the whole-
Stop
the
crashing
whole-
into shit!
When you read the preface at the beginning of the book, they tell you that the whole premise of Curse of Strahd was like vampires being more of a dark romance type abusive situation, which was like what Curse of Strahd popularized.
Could be a werewolf. Are there rules for werewolves in 5th edition? There are rules for vampires.
There are. I think they're bundled with blood hunters. But that's like the D&D Beyond stuff.
Okay, here's the rule. None of you can be monsters unless I have rules for them.
Have you seen the video? It's like Giga Chad DM rulings from like XP to level 3.
I was about to say, yeah, I've seen those.
I'd like to play a dragon. Oh, cool. Red dragon for it? No. Adult
Dragon.
red dragon.
You don't want to know what there are rules for in 5th edition? I'm aware. I own the books.
Oh, earlier, Zai and Cactus and I, we were talking about, if you were familiar with the concept of dwelfs.
Oh, God. Don't go into the sun. Do not go into the sun. Do not.
So that was a thing. Yeah, so there used to be, there was like a thing in D&D at one point where they're like, yeah, there are dwarf elves, and they like, and you'd probably think, wouldn't that just be gnomes? No.
Yeah, gnomes are a little different. By the way, Dragon, you say I don't want to know what there are rules for in 5th edition. I've read at least a couple of the 3.5 books. Back when it was the Wild West.
I remember like taking like the PDF versions of like some of the books and just reading them on long airplane flights.
Oh, the 3.5 books are great.
Gnomes have little cone hats and sit on lawns.
I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, one more time, we're gonna throw myself into the sun. Where's the damn space station? Hey, weird people that came before me. I hate your spaceship. Oh, fuck, the sun. I miss the owl people. Ooh, nice.
Why do you miss the owl people?
Well, their puzzles were straightforward.
Were they?
Yeah, they were all in a giant raft. I miss the whitewater rafting. I feel like what I'm doing is completely wrong here. They didn't involve reading. Exactly. Wait! Different plan. Come on, go to Giant's Deep. You go to Giant's Deep. Do not go into the fucking sun. Go to Giant's Deep. You fucking ship. I hate you so much. Favorite pure evil villain?
Don't.
Who's the guy in Genealogy that steals the main character's wife? Wait, if I explain that, or is anyone gonna be, like, fucking confused?
I don't know what you're talking about in the slightest.
Okay.
It is not an invitation. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, Artemis.
Go.
So,
Yeah,
in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th Fire Emblem game, and the second to last one created by series creator Kaga.
That's the name of a Fire Emblem game? Jesus
Yes.
Christ. Okay.
So, in Genealogy, the main character finds this Yeah, he's actually not pure evil, because, like, it turns out he's against the kid hunts, but, like... I forgot the names of the actual villains, because most people just remember Arvis. So, in the game, the main character finds himself a wife. And they live happily until she gets kidnapped. And then halfway through the game, Arvis shows up, who's been, like, your friend, and he's like, hey, guess what? I found this super cool girl who loves me, and I'm going to kill you and all of your friends in front of your wife.
Uh-huh.
And then it turns out that Arvis and his new bride are half-siblings.
Ah, this was that.
Oh, and through a weird glitch, you can actually get Arvis and his kid to get together with the previous main character and kid. So you can get two half-siblings to, like... Actually, Genealogy has that a lot. There's a lot of cousin pairings.
It's called Genealogy. What did they expect?
Well, it's almost all the characters are royals. This is, by the way, is considered one of the best entries in the franchise.
Interesting.
So I can't launch this ship into Giant's Deep and watch fun stuff happen? That's lame. Alright, I guess we'll throw ourselves at the sun one final time before I ask for another hint. Yeah, oh, do I have to learn science?
I mean, the game teaches you things.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. The fabric. Science you need.
But my science skill is at like a 20. That is a exclusively...
Fallout?
Yeah, that's
Fallout?
a Fallout joke.
Okay. Just want to make sure we got that clear. I was like,
Hey, I might have mentioned this last time, but I'll mention it again. There's a trailer for the new Fallout show. That is, the new Fallout show is set in California. There is a Fallout faction known as the New California Republic. Guess which faction is not in the trailer? I have, like, something on my glasses. What the hell? Where are my NCR? No, we have to have the Brotherhood of Steel. They're more marketable. Fuck you guys. I hate you, Todd Howard.
I think a lot of people hate Todd Howard.
It's because Fallout 4 is, like, half-baked, and, 76 is, half-baked.
It exists.
People swear it's better, but I'm still not over all the continuity problems. No, there was no fucking Appalachian chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. No, Broken Hills did not send out a radio signal. I mean, they did, but, like, nobody received it. That's why Todd, that's why they don't leave Broken Hills at first, is because they don't receive an answer. Also, it has nothing to do with Credo or Codex. How the fuck did this other chapter figure out what the Code of Steel is? Like, how do you know the Codex? They were not broadcasting that. I get very mad about Fallout lore, okay?
You have a right to be upset about Fallout lore.
Why do they all have power armor? Power armor doesn't take fusion cells. And I know that's not a big deal, fucking Todd, but it kinda is when power cells not having fusion cells was the whole fucking point. Like, that's why they were so good. Todd, why the hell's the main... Yeah, I'm a nerd, okay? I'm going somewhere else. We're going to Brittle Hollow. We've accomplished nothing all stream, and I'm kinda cool with that.
I'm so here for it.
I'm gonna be 100%. I really do not know what the fuck else is, like, what to do. Like, I'm sorry, I am not big brain.
Brittle Hollow, there is a lot to explore, but because it destroys over the course of it, you need to explore Brittle Hollow at the start of the loop.
That's
But if you want to see everything.
Well, that's why I'm coming here now. Yeah, and then there's, like, we definitely lose a lot of the satire, which is really annoying. But I miss, like, but there's New Vegas, and New Vegas is so good. I'm gonna stream it again, and we're gonna have fun. No, game, no, no, no! I hate this game. Yeah, I want to know what's up with the jellyfish. I kind of want to solve Giant's Deep. Nice. I need more plushies added to my collection. Alright, chat. We're going to talk about everyone's favorite character. We're going to talk about the themes of New Vegas. And how the kings defy them.
Okay. Luna, why do you have 5 Fuecoco plushes?
Because Scarlet and Violet were good Pokemon games.
I told you why I'm not, like, big into Switch stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm referring to the Nintendo Switch, not, like, BDSM. I want to make that clear.
Glad you made that clear. I mean, you are a vampire, you never know.
Not taking any hard stances on things just yet.
Oh, just the immediacy of, and not BDSM stuff. Talking about the game console. I forgot where I'm supposed to stand.
Switch as in rollers, switch as in the instrument. Switch as in, like, those sticks that you whack people with. I am, that is not a good joke, by the way. That is not a good joke in the slightest.
What, you didn't, as a kid, you didn't go outside with your siblings and beat the shit out of each other with, like, whatever you could find?
I'm pretty sure a switch in the context of, like, whacking was normally, like, an abuse thing, and not, like, kids being annoying to each other.
Yeah, you get the old whacking stick and you go attack some snakes. You do it every year at Whacking Day.
Whacking Day. I don't think that...
And then I just remembered that Swirl has not seen The Simpsons, so, okay.
That is correct.
Yeah, you don't get that one.
Sorry.
Okay,
More of a Family Guy household.
Wow! No wonder you got bad takes.
I have not seen an episode of Family Guy in a very long time.
If I remember correctly, the first couple of seasons are pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like
they kind of...
I'm talking like really early stuff. Like season 1 through 3 before they got canceled.
Even before the art style got better.
Yeah. I don't know. Wait, unidentified signal nearby. Damn it, did I never track the idiot that was in here?
You would give up your kidney to Fuecoco?
I don't think there's any Pokemon... No, Eevee. If I could have a pet Eevee, I would give up anything.
You enjoy Eevee?
Yes.
Do you know what my favorite Pokemon is?
What?
Well, take a guess. It's probably what you think if you...
Alright, what's... Oh, definitely Zubat, because it's a vampire bat.
Okay, no.
Is it one of the Eeveelutions?
No, it's, Swirlix.
Really?
My screen name came from Swirlix, yeah. That is why people call me Swirl.
I did not know that. I
Mhm.
just know you as Swirl because that's what other people started calling you.
Yeah, well, that was my so that was like my old Discord name, but that came because I didn't know what to put, and I was like, I like Swirlix. Sure. They're just like dogs. They have little feet that are tucked in. I find them very cute.
Glyph says that she would have guessed you're a Gengar fan, which would actually be one of my guesses. Ghost and Dark type seem kind of would have been my guesses towards you.
I will say, I am a big fan of, oh god, Decidueye.
Odd choice. I think
Decidueye is an odd choice?
mine would be like Umbreon, Fraligator. What else would be like in my top 5? Gengar. I love Gengar. He's awesome. Luna, I think your favorite Pokemon is Fuecoco. You have 5 plushies of them.
You're just slightly starting to think, maybe for Coco.
I don't know what it is. I love the Totodile line. They kick ass.
Did you also have, like, a really rough time with the rival fights in Silver?
No, and I actually can explain that. Both of my playthroughs on my original, Crystal were weird because my Fraligator was, like, kind of insane.
You just get, like, you just roll a perfect IV for Alligator.
His attack stat must have been nuts. I remember one-shotting, Red's Pikachu with Ice Punch.
What level were you? Nobody goes into the red fight at Red's level.
83.
Huh, okay. Sure.
And then my second time through, I did that trade for the Machoke that you can do in Whitney City, and that kind of broke the game in half.
Who's that? Isn't there like that one guy that's like, I can't remember if it was Gen 2, but he asked you for like a, you have to surf out into this like lake area, and this might be Gen 4 actually. You surf out to like a lake area, and he wants you to trade like a Finneon or something for like a German Magikarp or something, and you can get soft lock there.
Wait, how did I get? Wait, hold on. My ship log just updated, and I don't know what updated it. Oh no! I was just falling to my death.
Well, if you open up the ship log, it'll like zoom over to what the new thing was.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that next time I have my ship. I also got the. Basically, they were looking for the eye, but they called it the vessel? Or did I misread that? And it's older than the universe itself, so they did know about the eye, which I already knew, but it's nice for confirmation. I'm trying to think, do I have an Eevee? I don't think I have an Eevee plushie, weirdly enough.
Do I have an Eevee plushie? Wait a minute. I have a Lapras plushie. It's got like Ditto eyes. I got that in Japan.
See, I could never go buy if I ever went to Japan, I'd have to have my own plane for all the merch I'd be bringing back.
Yeah, see, with how you've told me that your convention experience has been.
What? Spending $1,500 in 3 days is totally normal.
If it makes you happy, it makes you happy.
Hey, some of those were DVDs. I own a Japanese VHS copy of Castle of Cagliostro for some reason.
Interesting. Oh, so, I told you about how, like, Ackley wanted to watch, Howl's Moving Castle with me, because I've never seen it.
Swirl, if you start getting thirsty for Howl, I will not be
actually,
surprised.
here's the thing. Well, he put on the dub, right?
I think you told me this story. I can remember.
It's
Because it's Christian Bale.
It is, and I was like, he sounds like Shadow the Hedgehog, and it really bothers me. I cannot. The amount of cheese in that in the dialogue, plus the whole like, plus that it feels like a bad fan dub, but it's
Really?
100% serious.
The
Well, it's more like
the Howl dub's actually quite good.
It's more like his tone I associate more with the Shadow the Hedgehog in the Snapcube fandom. And my brain is like, right, so this will be mostly sarcasm. No.
Man, I would have assumed Howl would have been assuring for you.
I haven't heard Japanese Howl, but I probably like him more. I mean, you know how I feel about Fujimoto.
I died right as I could have gotten more oxygen. Counterpart to Lucario. Who the hell's a counterpart to Lucario, Luna?
Probably Gardevoir. Like, opposite energy. Equal and opposite energy.
I've seen too many memes about how if Gardevoir is your favorite Pokemon, that's a warning sign.
Yeah, I'm not really, I don't think I ever liked Gardevoir.
Gardevoir gets a pass because of how absolutely busted she is in Gen 3.
I do like Sableye, but I feel like liking Sableye is like neuro-spicy.
Yeah, Galate's fucking cool. Oh, check this ship log, moron. That didn't help! Divided into 4 districts. Cool. Mono Dark type.
Divide you into 4 districts.
What? Oh, is it that Dark type Pokemon that everyone thinks N is?
Zoroark?
Yeah, is it Zoroark? Could you imagine if Ed was a Pokemon? You guys have all been thirsting after a Pokemon all these years.
I'm pretty sure he's in the text he is implied to be a Pokemon and a human in the way that Jesus is God and also a human.
Well, Swirl, you do know, according to Gen 4, Pokemon and human used to, you know.
Yeah, I'm aware.
They used to have a lot of fun together. Nintendo, why did you make that canon?
Hi.
More importantly, why is that book still in the Gen 4 remakes?
Why is that in a children's game? Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, have you read
Have you read
like half the new Pokedex entries?
Yeah, but if this was like if it was like grim dark fantasy, but like there were Pokemon, I think it would be less tonal whiplash.
I want to point this out. It is canon that Pokemon and human used to fuck in actual Pokemon, but not in Pal World. The supposedly edgy game.
What is your knowledge of the Pal World lore?
Some game designers really wanted to make a lot of money, so they ripped off all of Ark's base code and then put Pokemon in it. Oh, you meant the in-game lore. Oh, I have no idea.
Don't do that.
What? That's just Ark. That's the Ark UI.
I love Ark. It is the Ark UI. I feel like Ark has made some terrible choices with optimization that, like, I'm glad they are starting over with the new one. But, like, you know, Survivalist said it is just, like, they're just remaking the old one, but, like, better processing. But, it's currently buggier than the current one. Like, new, like, the remaster of Ark is currently buggier than old Ark. And it's a sad day.
Man, I would like Zoroark more, Luna, if they were more useful and not a monotype.
May I introduce you to Historian Zoroark, which is, just better.
Also, Luna, don't get
like,
mad. Better design.
I do think it's better design.
The white
color.
it's that was The Hisui designs are all like fucking top tier, but Hisui Zoark, oh.
Did you see the OVA with like the shiny Zorua?
No, I saw the one where the guy's like chasing it and then he dies.
Oh no, the whole thing is on YouTube. It's like on the official Pokemon
I
channel.
gotta watch that then.
And if you haven't seen the Pokemon OVAs, those are neat because the Pokemon make like animal noises instead of like saying their names. The original intention with Pokemon was for them to make animal noises. And that was apparently a miscommunication during the design process.
I haven't heard that redeem in a while.
Pikachu was supposed to go pee, and that was like his thing.
Yeah, but now we got all the good ones. I like that the Pokemon say their own names.
It makes it easier for the 5-year-olds in the audience to understand what they're called. Do you remember that episode of the anime where Pikachu got like memory loss, and the Team Rocket was trying to took Pikachu in and were like trying to convince him that it was like that they were like best buds?
I think I do.
Do you remember that episode?
Yeah, every time I see a quest log update, or ship log, that's nice. Oh yeah, the fucking Gigantamax Pikachu cry.
It just goes P.
I only know that because I was watching some GDQ Pokemon runs and they just started doing that.
Pretty funny.
Why was I allowed to do that? Didn't help me. So wait, okay, so
That didn't help at all.
one of the escape pods ended up here. One of them ended up on... someplace. The moons. Is the last one the one that's like zipping around?
The one in the, you mean the comet?
Yeah.
How much have you explored of the comet?
We got on it once, and I managed to get it back once. But I forgot how I did that. Interesting. Man, I should really actually go back and finish Mario Odyssey.
I didn't finish Odyssey either.
I didn't get bored. I think it just other games came out, and I just got.
I know somebody who traded their copy of Odyssey for like Shield, and I was like, I'm sorry.
As I just say, as much as I like Pokemon Shield, I think I would have rather had a copy of Odyssey.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, man, you got absolutely shafted there.
But not Scarlet and Violet, the best Pokemon game ever. I will defend Scarlet and Violet till the day I die. Because people are mean. And I also have to defend fucking Engage for some reason. Ugh, I hate that I have to do that. Ah yes, Fire Emblem fans, we now suddenly remember that we like storylines. Good to know. What were they escaping? Oh, I guess they're probably escaping the black hole, idiots. Yeah, I'm a big moron.
Oh yeah, they're probably trying to escape the black hole. That would make sense.
Recommend reading this stuff out loud, but my brain. It's in my brain.
Fascinating that the Hearthians don't really do gender, but the Nomai do.
That's because that's the plot. It's gonna be the big twist. We're gonna get like a radio call and they're gonna be like, what gender pronouns do you use? My character's gonna be like, I don't use them. Twist! The goat people are real.
Oh my god. And those people who think that cis is a slur absolutely send me.
Sure, that was what I was going for in this. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Place looks nice, though. I'm kind of... Okay, this is gonna be a weird take on this game. I'm kind of on two minds of this game having, like, an end point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I feel like the vibe this game gives me more is, like, we have puzzles, but, like...
But why?
Yeah, but, like, do them or just see cool stuff. Like, this game doesn't feel like it should have an ending.
It does. I mean, it does. There's quite a few of them. Although, once you know what to do to get one of, like, once you know what to do to get like the main endings, like it's more of like mess around a bit at the end. The core stuff to trigger an ending is about the same. Although technically, you did get an ending. You got the game over ending.
That one doesn't count, Swirl.
It according to the wiki, it does.
So that's what these were leading to. Okay. That's why I got an update on my ship's log. Alright. Boy, yeah, there was a lot I did not explore here. I'm getting ship logs up and left and right.
Yep.
So, like, I'm still gonna visit try to find as much stuff. How many planets do you realistically have to visit to complete the game?
I mean, you're supposed to go to all of them, but like the amount that you need to do on each one kind of depends on how far your brain can leap to conclusions and be accurate.
Every single one. Every last one of them. No, game! Fuck!
Like, realistically, you're not gonna go to... You're not gonna bumble your way into, like, the really important areas. You're gonna have to, like...
But that's the
it's locked behind mechanical information that you have to figure out on the other planets.
Wait,
and by
this
locked, I
game
mean
has
you can...
puzzles?
Oh no!
Hey, Slate. Turns out puzzles exist. I might have used that one already. Swirl, when all this is done,
Yeah.
can I get you to edit a compilation of every time I talk to Slate?
Yeah, I'll do that. That's gonna be fun for me to clip down. How many episodes of this are we on? Like 8?
Slate can't call you out for repeating. Yeah, we're getting to that point where I might just have to, like... I like these episodes, but I would also like to stream something else. No offense, I
no
am
hard
having
feelings.
I am having a very good time. I like these amazing podcast episodes that I pretend are streams. But at a certain point, I would like to see what other weird stuff Swirl has in store for me.
I do treat your normal streams like podcasts, if that makes you feel any better.
Oh yeah, how much do you remember from my tier ring streams? I actually have a question to ask you about that.
Me? How much I remember?
Yeah, for the stream
genuinely none of it.
Okay, cool.
Did you want to do something with that information?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were there for the conversation about Wilder Myth. I should play Engage on stream. I actually did. I streamed it when it came out. Yeah, so Swirl, were you there, or do you remember the conversation we had about Wilder Myth?
I don't remember.
Do it again. Would be to start reading the notes and the new normal text out loud. I am retaining that information. It's just I don't know what the fuck they're on about half the time. Because half the logs I get are just personal crap.
You're supposed to care about
Yeah, but I don't. They're dead.
That's so mean of you.
The only characters I care about are Slate and the main character.
I guess it is hard to in some circumstances to like get attached to a character who is dead.
Now I know I'm not like the smartest person in the world, Dragon. However, a lot of times I feel like when I get a fucking document, it's like, ah yes, we escaped in the escape pod. It's like, cool, that doesn't tell me much.
You escaped in the escape pod. Cool.
Like,
We
I think
already
that-
knew that.
Yeah, a lot of times some stuff kind of helps. Like, I'm sure like, some of it would be really awesome. Like, the whole, I can only see the black rocks or whatever has been helpful, but like, I don't know. Yeah, that's just about a temporary settlement. Oh, that's just a lot of work in my brain. This is the streams where everyone slowly realizes that I am not a smart person.
That's mean. It's mean of you to say.
Maybe this game's vibe just doesn't get me in like a puzzle-solving mood.
I think you're. I think the game's vibe. I don't know. I think you're. I think you vibe with it. It's just.
I
some of
do,
it
but
is
like I
like-
said, it's kind of. That's why I'm kind of on two minds of the game having a story and having like an ending where like.
And it just being like, send it.
Yeah, this kind of feels like one of those games where like I feel like I would not have mind if it was like, all right, whatever you. No, I did it again. I did it again. I did it again.
I think the story is necessary for you to understand what you need to be doing for the puzzle solving.
Yeah, but like, too many puzzles. There it is. Okay. I mean, like, I'm liking the story I'm getting, but like, am I backtracking? Yeah, I am. And yes, Luna, I would love more emblems for Engage. That would be fucking awesome. Please tell me I'm going somewhere new. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like it's very weird going into this game. I didn't expect the game to have an ending. Like, I expected the game to just sort of be like, alright, have fun.
And then you figure it out, and then you leave.
Yeah, I at no point, like, before I got this game, I was like, ah, there's a definitive endpoint where you meet, I don't know, Jesus, and he tells you, fuck off.
Jesus is what you went with.
Yeah. You know that famous alien, Jesus?
Sure.
No.
So
I mean, yeah.
how's that going for you?
Shut up, Swirl. And yeah, I could just ignore the storyline and just stop playing whenever I want, but like... I would like to see what happened to the goat people.
Goat people?
That's what you said they were!
Did I say they were goats? I don't think I did.
They look like goats in that one picture on Giants Deep.
They do look like goats. But I don't remember calling them goats.
Oh, maybe I just saw that they looked like goats.
I mean, they do look like goats.
Why couldn't we be a cool animal?
I would argue that we are cool animals. We just happen to look very freaky and deformed compared to every other animal on the planet.
Swirl, I meant the character I'm playing as in the game, not me as a human being.
Oh. Sorry.
We've been streaming for a while.
That's how you know it's been a bit.
It hasn't. We haven't even been streaming that long. It's just a little later.
Yeah. And also daylight savings.
Yeah, that was fun. My 2 back-to-back, like, 10-hour shifts. Daylight savings was right in the middle of that. Last weekend kind of sucked.
Okay, so you know how when I was confirming that thing about the oxygen and O2 tanks?
Yes.
I wanna just make it clear to the chat. When I typed that in, I spelled it oxygen. So
Yeah, Dragon. So last weekend last Saturday I worked from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then the very next day I worked 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. again. And then I somehow streamed after that. Hi, Billy Mays here from Oxygen. Man, this week I have to go into work early too, because the person that normally opens on Saturdays changed their availability. For reasons.
woo.
So many people know what they are, and it's been like a whole thing at work.
It's so funny just being like, some people, they know who they are.
Yeah, if any of my coworkers are watching right now, they're not. None of them know I fucking stream. I think IRL, like in real life. That's what that means. I think there's maybe 5 people. No, let's see. Yeah, there might be like maybe 5 people that know that I stream. I haven't really told a lot of people. That number does not include my parents, but it will. Thanks, tax stuff.
Does not include your parents, but it will.
Because I have to give them my tax information about what little money I made last year.
Mm-hmm. I getcha.
See, Dragon, I used to work, like 4 or 5 years ago, I used to work 40 to 50 hour weeks. Not including travel time. And, I would not be streaming if I still worked there. Because Mondays were me just staring at my ceiling.
That's so fair.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go to the black hole real quick.
There's a glitter brush. How did I never see this?
Wasn't there like a tower or something I was trying to solve earlier?
The Tower of Quantum Knowledge.
Yeah, is it over here now?
There was one on Giant Steep,
No, wasn't there
but
one here?
there may be other things.
Yeah, wasn't there some tower I was trying to solve here? Isn't it
I
right?
believe they do bring up another tower.
Is it right here? No, it's not this. I can't. Okay, I might do that. Oh no, that's the station. I don't want to actually go to the station. I want to see what all... I mean, my death doesn't matter right now, so... do the planets all... Oh, no. I thought they all aligned when, Oh, my ship is gone! What's this? Nah, it's fine, Luna. Luna, you haven't rambled about a gauge as much as we've rambled about whatever the fuck we're on about half the time.
Like, half of this conversation, like, more than half of this stream was us talking about Neil Newbon in some fashion.
Yeah, and how I was gonna fight him. Dear Mr. Newbon, I would like to fight you. It would be funny.
Would you please be a G?
See, if he doesn't respond, I claim the moral victory again.
I think you need to learn what moral victory means.
Means whatever I think it means.
Because moral victory does not mean...
Swirl, history is written by the winners, and as the one who won the fight between me and Neil Newbon,
uh-huh,
I get to decide how it happened. I came in with the left hook.
How did you win the fight? How did you win the... So, over the course of one stream, you theoretically already fought him?
Yeah, via time travel, I sent my memories back to the past, and,
uh-huh.
I kicked him in the back of the head and won.
I think a kick to the back of the head would count as a cheap shot for literally everybody.
I knew you would take his side in this fight. That's it? I just learned about Escape Pod 1? Can I not put a... Why can I not put a marker for it? That's weird. Why can't I put the marker for it?
For what?
I definitely went to the tower. Whatever. Back to hell! No, don't land me! Yeah, autopilot, what the hell? The autopilot will send you into the sun.
Uh-huh. It has done that when you were trying to go to the sun station.
Yeah, once. You were talking about this autopilot like it was gonna conspire against me all the damn time. Oh, no, do not overshoot, you piece of shit.
Kind of does conspire against you, though.
Yeah, well, you're an immortal vampire. You conspire against humanity.
What? What have I done?
I should have expected that. By being pro-Astarian, you are pro-vampires.
Uh-huh.
The scourge of mankind.
You say pro-vampire, like that's some heinous crime?
Well, yeah. I had a joke and I forgot what it is. I might be a little tired.
I understand.
Yeah, speaking of vampires, I learned all about Warhammer vampires recently.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a
So
YouTube.
how do they function?
They're basically undead.
Okay.
So, like, their original lore was that... So there was this guy called Nagash. Swell guy. The best guy ever. Nothing evil Nagash never did anything wrong.
Gotcha.
He made these, like, potions of immortality, basically. You wrote down the recipe, and this lady, I think it's Neferata or whatever's the first, she found it and was like, ah, I want to be immortal, and it turned her into a vampire. And then Nagash was like, haha, I have fucking immortal servants. You're my generals now, dipshits. Do not die, do not die. So yeah, they're basically just undead. They're like,
That's it? That's how they work?
pretty much. They have, like, they are highly associated with necromancy since they were created via death magic.
Created via death magic?
They were.
Is that not necromancy?
Well, necromancy is like channeling death. It's weird. I don't know how to really explain. Because there's like the winds of magic in Warhammer Fantasy. And one of them is the winds of death, which is where necromancy comes from. Now Nagash, the super swell guy that he is, once he became the god of death in the new setting of fantasy, he decided to resurrect everyone's favorite character, who never did anything wrong, Manfred van Karstein.
That is the most evil villain name I have heard in a while.
Manfred von Karstein is basically single-handedly what caused the world to end. Because he decided to betray everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just a jerk. Oh, also spoilers. I don't know if I was being too subtle with this, but Nagash is also a fucking asshole. Nagash's whole thing currently is, well, I'm the god of the dead, so everyone is my subject, so I might as well kill everybody. That is literally his plan right now.
Okay.
He wants everyone dead so he can rule over all of creation.
Yeah, all of the, like, empty buildings and...
Well, no, he'll bring them back.
Untilled fields.
He'll bring them back. As long as the zombies are working for him.
If everybody is dead, then no more people can be made to be turned into zombies.
Yeah, but Nagash won, because he killed everyone, and they're all his servants now. He controls everything, because he is death, and death is the universe.
Okay.
I also think a Nagash model was used by Matt Mercer. I read that somewhere. For one
Sure, I'll incorporate that in my worldview.
What?
Just used by Matt Mercer.
Yeah, I used it for to replace a mini of one of the for something they were fighting in Critical Role. That's actually not super uncommon, I've heard.
I do know he does have like a tendency to do that.
Well, that's how Warhammer started. They were making minis for D&D. I believe that's how it started.
And then things kind of flew off the rails at
Yeah,
one point.
They're just like, why don't we just make our own war game?
I guess.
I've actually been tempted to buy some minis for like D&D purposes because they look higher quality than like the officially licensed D&D ones.
That's the things about like the big companies that make those kinds of like things, like because they're the official ones, they don't care as much about the quality. So like, people are gonna like them anyway.
The thing is, D&D having poor, like only decent minis is not an issue. But for Warhammer, it's like super crucial that they have good minis. Because if they don't, people will just play a different war game.
Because the minis just need to look good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's what people are looking at.
Although I have learned I think I have learned somewhere that BattleTech just lets you use whatever the hell you want. You don't have to have the mini as long as you have the rules. I could be wrong about that. But no, Warhammer's fascinating.
Interesting.
Yes, Swirl, other people get obsessed with things too. It's not just you.
That was not like...
I know. I'm just giving you crap.
Okay.
No, Swirl. I'm very annoyed every time you talk about Astarion. That's why I bring him up half the time.
I do think it does annoy you, though.
No, it doesn't annoy me, but it's also one of those things where I'm just like... I'll bring up I'll just make a random Astarion joke and then 20 minutes have passed and I'm like, haven't said anything and it's like, yeah, this is my stream. I forget that sometimes.
It's podcast hour. The theme is whatever my current hyperfixation is.
School Meltwater? Eye Shrine. Black Hole Forge. See, Swirl, eventually you'll get a new hyperfixation, and then that will be the one you talk about.
Right, but I don't... My old hyperfixations, they don't mean less to me. I just have other ones that I'm focused on.
Now they're crying in the corner. She's talking about Astarion again.
Who was my character hyperfixation before Astarion? I think it was Jin from League of Legends.
I don't get focused on like a single character. For me, it's always like, fuck.
Uh-huh.
Interesting, Dragon. Glyph,
What's
do you want to
Dragon say?
Do you want to comment on Jin real quick?
What about Jin? That one recall line? That's like... he's got like... a few.
Hey, I have a question. This is a League-related question.
Sure, what's your League-related question?
Is there like some starving artist character?
Yeah, that's the new guy. That's what, Hui? Or Hui? I don't know how it's pronounced, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played since he was added.
Explanation of festivals. All the clans from all across the universe meet in one place and share what we've learned.
Yeah, he's not like... I don't think he's like in poverty. It's more like he's going through some things.
Interesting. I don't know, I think League writing kind of peaked with Vagar.
Yeah.
They're just talking about the Big Bang, aren't they? I feel like that should have given me like a update or whatever. Oh, it's a classroom. Yeah, well, Cliff, Bard is also an interdimensional cop or something. What is Bard's lore? Do we actually know what it is yet?
Bard is...
He does
Bard
things
is the...
he knows that need to be done, but we don't know what the hell he's, like, building towards.
Bard is a force of balance in the universe. Like Kindred.
Like me. Little do you guys know, I'm a force of balance in the universe. For every Astarion fan, I must be there. To balance it out. I don't even hate Astarion.
Yeah, this is just a bit that you kept up for a while, and it's just like, alright, whatever.
Swirl every time after stream is always like, could you just stop making the Astarion jokes? They're not funny.
I don't say that. I've never said that.
You're not a very funny person, Rouse. Like, I know, Swirl, that's why I have you on every week. She's like, yeah, I know.
No, you think I add humor to these streams? The humor I add to these streams is I say something super fucking weird, and then, like, the entire rest of the stream is, like, shock value.
Don't jump in the ghost matter. It's not good for you. I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like it's progress. So what the hell is this ghost matter? Do we ever get an explanation?
I genuinely do not remember.
It's crystal meth.
I don't think so.
Could be.
Just personally, I don't think so. I have a...
Dragon says we get an explanation.
Oh, you do? Well then, I completely forgot.
It's crystal meth. I just said that.
No. That's not the explanation.
I can't believe Swirl is just disregarding my crystal meth theory. I mean, she's
Theory is a
right,
word
but...
for it.
What if ghost matter was actually crystal meth? Welcome to game theory.
I'm good.
Thanks for watching.
I'm good.
What if I told you that Astarion was actually the secret villain all along? Welcome
There
to
are
game.
people. I am 100% certain. There are people that completely miss the point and genuinely think that he has malicious intent.
Well, yeah, he does. As a vampire.
literally like the most well-behaved vampire in the history of media.
Like I'm going the wrong way. What if it turns out that the eye was actually crystal meth?
You gotta stop saying that, my dude.
Why? Do you not like my MatPat impression?
Is that supposed to be that bad?
I'm doing like MatPat from like the first year. Hey, welcome to Game Theory.
When he was like kind of tired and like
yeah.
back when he tried to put like back when he tried to put like boobs in every episode for like 2 frames.
I was about to make a joke. I was like, we're gonna do an episode on video game tits, because that's what YouTube was like back then.
I saw a video. There's this video going around. It was somebody was calling MatPat like transphobic and was using this like clip from his videos on the Pyro as evidence. But like, it's really weird because the stuff being said in that video, like, you would have to completely miss the point to think that.
Was MatPat just doing... Wait, was MatPat just doing the joke where you just alternate what the Pyro's gender is every time you talk?
No, the joke, he was talking about how, like, he was talking more about, like, that whole factoid about, like, how, gay men tend to have longer, like, index or ring fingers or something compared to straight men, but like that doesn't actually mean anything, and that's just like a cool detail, and it feels like the whole point of the episode was for him to talk about that because he thought it was interesting.
There are a few game theories and film theories about that are like that's exactly what it is. MatPat learned a fun fact.
The one about with Wally where he was like, you know, you could liquidate humans, right?
I honestly, like, I got nothing against old Matthew Patrick. Old MatPat.
Matthew.
He's just a guy.
Yeah, he's chill.
Actually, like, I watched one of his live streams once, like one of his VODs. They're not half bad. He is not a bad live streamer.
No, yeah, he's
he actually has enough personality to back it up.
Yep.
He's also why I know, like, anything about FNAF lore. Even though I don't accept his timeline as canon.
I don't think many people do.
No.
I think, like, the timeline has always been a suggestion.
Dragon just brought up Minecraft.
What about it?
Do you know anything about Game Theory's Minecraft videos? Like his
I do.
theories?
I do. I do want to
God.
point out before I lose the train of thought that I was on. Those videos, that video where this person was calling him transphobic because he was talking about like the possibility of the Pyro being just like a gay man. The whole, like, that video, this compilation of this person, like, using this as, like, MatPat exposed or something, 270,000 dislikes. And you go to the comments and people are saying, it's the same thing for most people, which is just that this was funny because it's funny to think that someone would use this as evidence as a joke, but it's even funnier when you think of the fact that the person who posted that unironically.
New area.
Oh wait, sorry, Cliff, I just saw what did you say Astarion needs backbone?
No, yeah, Glyph was saying that we need to ascend him. Let's go.
No, the whole point is that abuse isn't supposed to be perpetuated.
Yeah, but vampire powers are cool. Okay, back to my point.
Sorry.
How much do you know about his Minecraft theories?
A decent amount. Why?
I am fascinated with them because like people give him shit about the FNAF timeline videos and how like he essentially seems like he's made up his own story. His Minecraft videos are literally just his fan fiction. I have no idea what he's going on with half the time.
Oh, it's
like
so
I remember
funny.
I was watching one of them and he's like, "As you know, the Nether used to have ice," and I was like, "What? What do you mean, as we know?"
When was this established?
I watched that theory and he was like, "Yeah, the only way you could make this type of sand is with ice," and I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And it's like, well, that's because of greenhouse gases. You see, the Nether people brought so many cows in here that they made methane, and I'm like, Matt Pet, stop! What are you fucking on about? What are you That is literally part of his theory, that the original builders, or whoever the fuck it is, escaped to the Nether and brought all their animals, and then they caused, like, global warming to happen.
Wait. His theory that, like, the lava is there in the Nether because of, like, global
Yes!
warming.
I am not kidding. This is 100%. One of his last theories was actually him putting together a full Minecraft timeline. It is a fucking journey if you've never seen the other ones, the leaps this man makes.
I would like to see that.
It is quite
maybe not in my current mental state.
It is a fucking journey and a half. Enter. Let me enter. What is the Eye of the Universe? The Eye is older than the universe.
What is the Eye of the Universe? I don't know. It's like a thing.
I'm like gonna find the end of the game, and it turns out the Eye of the Universe is just the dev sitting in a spaceship. And they're gonna be like, what was your Outer Wilds experience? It's like the end of fucking Detroit Become Human, where you have to fill out that survey.
Yeah, but Detroit Become Human is cool because...
No, that's the worst part about that game.
A lot of people really don't like the rating in that game.
I think a lot of people give Detroit Become Human way too much credit. Okay, here's the weirdest part about Detroit. Detroit's reputation is actually, like, pretty good, I would say, like, overall. Why hasn't David Cage made another game? Like, his reputation has ever been, like, higher than it is now. Well, okay, that's also false, but that's for different reasons. I feel like
man.
he was making a Star Wars game. Oh my god, was he?
What? You don't just say that and then not elaborate.
Also, Dragon, you are right. The acting really does carry Detroit, except Detroit is a little inconsistent on how good its actors are.
Uh-huh. Some of them are very good. Some of them are not.
Some of them are Connor. Some of them are Marcus. I don't think Marcus's actor does a great job. That's personal. Or, who's the female droid? Clara?
Kara.
Yeah, I don't think her actor does a great job either. Okay, let me rephrase that. Everyone who's part of the Connor storyline does a good job. Everyone else needs work. Can I not enter the temple? I keep thinking I'm gonna use this to, like, throw it through a piece of glass. Yeah, I feel like what?
It's just funny to me.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know how much of it's bad acting and how much of it is David Cage's script is fucking atrocious.
I like it. You know, you can say what you will about it being like a thinly veiled metaphor.
Thinly veiled?
It's very thin.
I feel like if you're trying to tell me it's not a metaphor, I'd have issues. Let's just... Every David Cage fan, if they're already left, should play Omicron, and then there won't be any David Cage fans left. Do you know about Omicron, Swirl?
I don't. Are you going to elaborate, or...?
It's quite bad. And not a lot of people have actually played it. I believe on a technical level, because I just had this conversation about David Cage games recently, on a technical level, it's like his worst game. Story-wise, it really depends on who you're talking to. I would not be surprised if there are people that think Detroit actually has a good story, which, you know, I'd like to argue.
I like the story. I think there are definitely some major issues with it, but from an entertainment perspective, I found it fun.
It's only really
and I don't
fun
think
when
it
you
has
play
to...
as Connor.
Yeah, no, everyone... Connor. You know?
Yeah, you people thirst over him.
You people.
Alright, not you, Swirl, but other people.
I thirst over many people in fiction. I don't think Connor was ever on that list. He's more of like the wholesome boy who must be protected.
Well, I guess I'm gonna eat marshmallows to sort of end off the run, or the run. That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Right on fire. I challenge you to a wizard's duel, Mr. Man with the Banjo. I will
Still talking to Slate, right?
No, we're about to, though. Do I want to do one more run, or do I want to get food? You know, I think I'm going to cut it a little short. I think I'm going to go get some food. Sorry, chat. We started late today. I actually do feel bad, but that's just kind of how work is. Like, I'm completely serious. I was, like, halfway done with the stuff I needed to do to get out of there, and then, like, fucking 40 people showed up.
I believe it is always morally correct to put your health over the whims of other people.
That's right.
Well, like 95% of the time, it is morally correct to put your health over the whims of other people.
Yeah, work normally goes well. It's just today was a bit weird. Things are warming up, so, like, when people show up in my job, kind of gets all over the damn place. I'm also, like, kind of tired. Like, not super tired, but, like, I'm kind of zoning out a bit. You know, more mellow than I like to be on stream.
Yeah.
I'll be back with Kingdom Hearts. That'll be on Thursday. I really, really hope that it isn't Epic that's causing the frame rate issues. They don't seem too bad. People are still enjoying the streams, but, like, I would like you people to be able to see the streams. And then...
Yeah. Get it?
Sunday will probably be more tier ring, where we try to bang our head against the wall. Yay!
Just kind of see what happens.
More like 6-hour-long maps. That game is draining. I like it. It's just like, there's still like 20 maps left. That's like 20 more hours, at least. And then we'll be back next week with this. I think next week I might go hard on the... Just give me the fucking hints. I don't know. I really am enjoying this game, but I feel like at some point I'd like to stream something else. I mean, we could take a break, but I feel like I forget things even more.
No, I completely get it.
We'll see. Maybe I'll just do another... We'll just have another chill time. Yeah, it's because I kept forgetting to ask for hints. I think I asked for once on Giants Deep, and then I was like, let's go do something else. I'll try to remember next time. If not, who cares? Sometimes I really do like just chilling with these streams.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where we'll end it today. Good night, everybody.